coming after me. Y'all favorite came after me. My fans up and them bands up, bring my fam up. The mentality, these niggas be faking. The mentality, these niggas be hating. The mentality.
Yo, what is going on, y'all? It's your boy VeLL, and we're back with another Mobile Legends video. This video, we're going to be talking about the MSC. We're going to be talking about AETHER main versus EVOS. Now, the gameplay you're watching in the background, this is the gameplay I'm basically talking about. I watched this when you all have been asking me to react to this and basically tell you my thoughts on it. And yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing. Make sure you drop a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new for more Mobile Legends content. But getting into it, the first thing that I found interesting is the team comps. The team comps aren't necessarily early game team comps. The team comps are pretty much sustain and crowd control team comps. So you have Mortis. Mortis has that crazy crowd control. You have freaking Lolita. She has that crowd control. Kagura, Chow, all crowd control. Then Bane. Bane was actually an interesting pick. Bane has some interesting damage and he can take down towers fast. So that's pretty cool. They have Bane. They're putting Bane to work. And I think with all this sustainability, I don't think that that's a bad pick anyway. It's just interesting to see they're using like what, three fighters. So that was a pretty interesting comp right there. Then you look on the other side, they have Jawhead, you have a Lancelot, a Kai, freaking Alpha, and who is that, Selena. So you have like 4 crowd control heroes over there too, and their team is a little bit less sustainable. Their team is less sustainable because Selena is very squishy. Lancelot is pretty squishy as well. Alpha might not be the best pick, to be completely honest. Akai is not even the tank that I would think would be one of the best tanks, but Akai is not that bad. Jawhead is definitely a contender. He's a factor. He's a huge factor. Jawhead is a really good hero. Akai is not bad actually, if played right. Now going into actually the gameplay and what's happened throughout the gameplay, one thing that I noticed is AETHER main was just like out of position a lot. They were getting caught out at every turn. They were in bad positions. They weren't really watching the minimap. The minimap awareness was pretty bad on their part for the majority of the game. Then towards the end of the game, it looked like it switched. It seems like EVOS got comfortable. EVOS was dominating them on positioning at every turn. EVOS was there. They were invading. They were playing aggressive. EVOS was basically owning the map. Then out of nowhere, EVOS got caught up in mid lane. They distracted EVOS in mid lane. Then they pushed towers in the bottom lane. The bottom lane, they had 2 people there pushing towers. And by the time that anyone from EVOS noticed that, it was too late. And then they sent a tank to try to stop it. They didn't send anybody who could actually do damage. They sent a tank to try to stop people from pushing those lanes. And it's not really much a tank could do, to be completely honest. So I just found it to be an interesting gameplay, man. I thought EVOS was really going to take this one. Like I said, as far as skill and basically being in the right positions and ganking together and working together and stuff like that, they were doing a phenomenal job all game. Then the one mistake of not noticing them pushing bottom lane, that really costed them. That really costed them. So I think this game was taken simply by the fact that the other team got that split push going. They got the split push going and EVOS didn't notice until it was too late. So AETHER main actually took this game. So that was a really good game. It was a really good game. AETHER main did a good job capitalizing on that. Another thing that I found interesting was how EVOS lost in the fight for the gold. So basically AETHER main actually caught up in gold. Like AETHER main was behind because they kept getting picked out and stuff like that. But the thing about how EVOS was playing, EVOS spent the majority of the game just grouped up together, pushing very, very aggressively. So they weren't doing the best farming. They weren't getting gold throughout their farming. They weren't really, and then the gold that they were getting, it was being split between all of their teams. So basically everybody is getting less gold because they were bunched up there together. While on the other hand, AETHER main, they kept kind of being split up, spread out everywhere. I don't think that was the best decision either, but it did end up working out for them when it came to the gold count. But I still think they probably would have lost in a head-on fight versus EVOS. So that's probably the reason for the split push. Obviously, it was a very, very smart play, which led to their victory. That was a strong and solid play, man. You can't really say much else about that. It was a strong play. EVOS got caught with their pants down, and hey, AETHER main took advantage of that. But yeah, let me know what you all think of that game. What do you think of the game? Did you expect EVOS to win this, or did you expect AETHER main to win it? Because honestly, I thought EVOS was gonna win, but yeah, like that's the way that they were dominating. Where they seemed to be dominating early game. They were dominating in the gold category. They were dominating in the towers. They were dominating in the kills. Honestly, when they lost, they were still dominating in kills. So pretty much this was kind of one-sided, but this one mistake was all it took. All it takes is one mistake, man. But I like this. I like the competitive back and forth. Even though they were making real bad decisions, Aether Main was making bad decisions, they kept their composure. They didn't get mad or anything, or even if they got mad or nervous or something, they kept it under control. They didn't give up. They didn't quit. They didn't say, oh man, we getting dominated, it's over. They kept going. They found a different strategy and it worked out for them. And the way that you can tell that Aether Main was actually coming up with strategies on the spot right there is because they kept moving so different and weird. Like they would try one strategy, that wouldn't work out for them. They would try something else, that backfired too. Then they tried this strategy and it absolutely paid off for them. So that's high level gameplay, when you can see people strategizing on the spot, trying to figure out the best decision to make as a squad. That's really, really dope. EVOS kind of stuck to the same thing. EVOS was not really adapting. EVOS was, they just really just roamed together. So I think that because Aether Main was able to adapt so much more than EVOS was, I think that's why they pulled through and they got the win. But let me know what you all think in the comment section down below, man. Make sure you drop that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more Mobile Legends content, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one, family. Peace out, y'all.
I'm on it. Can't fail for my family.